For thousands of years, some of the finest sounding strings have been made using the small intestines of large animals. The Bow Brand factory in the town of Kings Lynn, England. Like every week for the last 100 years, this morning the firm is taking delivery of a batch of carefully sealed barrels. Contents of these vats are all the company needs to make some of the finest musical strings in the world.
The piece we are looking to process is the serosa, which is the outer layer.
Each fistful contains dozens of pre-cut, 13-metre-long strands, stripped from cattle killed for beef and salted at the abattoir to preserve them. The problem is that salt makes the strands of serosa stick together, so Rosina has to wash them thoroughly in a mixture of water, sodium carbonate and soap. After 3 days of washing, the strands of intestine are passed to Sarah Middleton.
And they selected them for any black bits, weak bits, fibres, fats, anything that looks like that's going to break and weaken the string.
By combining strands in different arrangements and tying the ends together, Sarah creates all the notes needed to play a harp. The next challenge is to combine the separate strands into one strong string. 10 bunches at a time are strung along the length of it and attached to hooks at both ends. After hitting the on switch, the hooks at each end spin in opposite directions, twisting the strands together. Strings then need to be dried, but do this too quickly and they would crack and split. So each string is strung up and left to dry in this humidity-controlled room. As they dehydrate over a period of at least 7 days, drying process is completed in this room, where the strings are left to hang for a further 3 weeks. Trouble is, the twisting has subtly altered the thickness of some strings. So they're cut down, individually gauged with a micrometer, and sorted into separate notes. The next problem is that the drying process has left the strings rough to the touch, so they're passed to Justin Wright and his 10-metre-long, centerless grinding machine. After feeding a string into one end, this compressor forces air around it. This makes the string rotate as it's passed through two abrasive wheels which grind away any rough bumps. Damp in the air could cause them to swell up. To overcome this problem, the strings are layered with the best water-resistant coating available: marine varnish. Neil Cross has to apply 4 perfectly even coats on each string. Using sponges means Neil can coat the entire surface of the string. But not any old sponge will do. These have been sourced from the Aegean Sea, off the coast of Greece.
We've tried using synthetic sponges, but the thinners we use in the varnish, it melts the sponge. So natural sponges are the only one we can use, really.
It takes a full 8 weeks for the company to transform the guts into strands of musical glory. And once they've been cut up and coiled into packets, they're just the ticket for concerts and operas all over the world.